So friends, hello to everyone. Well, what's up? We have signals indicating that we will be returning to at least 109,000 and at most to 114,000. In this video, I'll explain everything in more detail. Right away, I'll say, if you want to get additional analytics and knowledge, join my trading chat, which you can find via the link in the description. As a bonus, I'll also give you 10 of my most accurate indicators for trading on TradingView. Reasons for growth. Naturally, we still have a large volume of liquidity at the 114,000 level. And we had a test of the trend channel, the trend line of this channel, from which we got a good bounce. And as a result, we're now managing to hold at the level well. It turned out to be 104,400, 300. Yes, the very level I mentioned in my previous live trading video. This is an important level, and it acted as strong support for us. And now, at this moment, the support has already shifted to the 105,000 level. So this is that trend level which is now acting as support. Although all of this still looks like a bear flag, we still can't rule out an upward move. In order to fall, yes, we need to break through this resistance. That is the 105,000 level. Again, the divergence on our biweekly chart has been confirmed. And in theory, we should already be seeing some kind of stronger correction. But on the biweekly MACD, we still have a signal, a bullish signal, a cross signal. In other words, we managed to hold with this signal, which actually indicates a recovery. This is quite a powerful trigger for growth. That's exactly why I believe that the whales are holding this level. This is evident from the abnormal volumes we see on the weekly time frame. And I also noticed another important and interesting point, the similarity with the adjacent chart from 2024. So look, it's exactly the same movement. We were moving here as well. First we set a new high, then went into a correction, and after that we updated the previous high. In this way, we created a divergence here, and this entire movement took the same kind of impulse. Yes, do you see here? Let's measure from this point. Well, 40, let's say probably 45 days it took for this movement from this point, from the rise, well, sideways movement basically, up to this impulse, 45 days. And here, look, we also have from the end of this impulse 45 days. So that's the kind of pattern we're seeing. And here, of course, I've drawn all over everything, but let's try to clear all of that for now. But here, look, it turns out we have a few days less. So if we measure from this part, we get 28 days. That is up to this impulse. And if we measure from it in the same way, yes, we get 28 days, for example, and see the same kind of pattern, then we can expect a possible decline around July 10th. In other words, that's when a correction in Bitcoin could begin. But again, if we see a recovery now, that's possible too. So, of course, there is a possibility that the current movement could be similar to what happened in 2000. Well, here it's already 2025. So that's roughly how it all lines up. And I also allow for the possibility that when we reach the liquidity level, for example, up to the 114.0 zone right here, yes, 114.0 is up to this point, we will naturally see a strong divergence forming here on the chart. So in other words, this needs to be monitored. If this happens, we'll already see a move toward the 75.0 zone, since this divergence will start to play out. And according to this divergence, we'll see a pullback to around 75.0. I think, friends, they are preparing some kind of serious surprise for us by autumn, so we need to keep an eye on this. There's also another point here. Gold is rising, and at the moment it's supporting the current movement in Bitcoin. But for now, all of this is simply confirming the bearish divergence that was formed earlier. So here we're just watching. If the divergence is broken through, accordingly that will be a reversal, and we'll see continued growth in gold. That would be a very strong bullish signal. Also keep in mind that recovery and setting new highs will only be possible if we consolidate at the 108 zero level according to Fibonacci. Right now, this level is not a key one. If the price drops below 105, zero, accordingly, if we fall down here, it will indicate that we're heading for 100 zero. Also, on Wednesday, the Fed's interest rate decision will be announced. Again, Powell's speech as well, accordingly, could also have an impact on the market. So get ready. Be prepared for volatility. Most likely, it will happen. By the way, regarding my own trading, if there is a signal there isn't one yet, I will definitely post a video today during the day. And by the way, let me know in the comments whether I should keep posting this kind of content, how much you like it, and how interesting it is to you. Because judging by the views, well, it's so. But if it's interesting, even for at least 100 people, then yes, I could post them more often. Here, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. As always, I wish you all profits. Good luck and goodbye.